All right, we got a 2010 GMC Sierra 2500 SLE. Looking to just make some updates to this truck. Looking a little stock, and grandpa looking to just upgrade it a little bit to be a little bit more aggressive, but still be used to pull a trailer from time to time and run to the hardware store and look good. So as far as what we're gonna do, we just have some stock 17-inch wheels on 31-inch tires currently, and looking to upgrade with just a front leveling kit, about 1.5 inches to 2 inches, and then we'll put on some new shocks just while we're in there, and then we got some new wheels and tires. So we got the Ultra Hunter 20 by 10 -25 offset, and then for tires we got some 33 by 12.5. And these are the Kenda Cleaver RTs, so he's a little more affordable option for some aggressive looking tires that ideally should ride more like an all-terrain, but read some good reviews as far as those being a quiet tire and still looking aggressive. So this is just the before, and looking to make it look a little better. So hey everyone, so we're working on the old Chevy Sierra, or GMC Sierra, and we're in the process of changing the keys on the torsion bars, and those have been a real pain. So I'm just going to show you what we got going on here. You can see on the passenger side we finally successfully removed the keys, but those things were like rusted in place. And so just to give you an idea what we tried, first of all, of course, penetrating fluids and PB blaster, and then just railing on them with a sledgehammer to bash them out of there. That wasn't enough. So what we've got here then is a air hammer. Figured that could help throw some impact at it, and that also did not work. So we had to step up to the old heating torch. So got some oxygen, acetylene, put some heat to it, and you can see the sort of the remnants of that. We're able to heat that key and get it to expand or break free at least, using the impact gun also. So some heat and some impact, and we got it to break free. And up here it's kind of gummy or crusty up here in the lower control arm too, so there's some penetrating fluid there. And we still haven't done the driver's side, but that's next. So we'll just throw some heat at it here, get it nice and hot, and then impact it from this direction. Let's see, we're pushing it forward, so it'll go forward into the control arm, and then this key will drop out and we can swap it. So here's the old one there, and then here's the new one. And you'll notice that the shape of the hexagon here is twisted a little bit differently, and that's how you get more torsion in the bar and get it to lift up a little bit, and then you can adjust it a little bit by how much you turn up this bolt here. So we'll get after it. Alright, as part of this little kit with the torsion bar keys, putting in a new shock that needs to be replaced anyway. And when we do that, we know it's going to be a little taller. And so the kit that we got with the shocks extends that mounting point up in relation to stock. See, it's a little bit taller. Yeah, those keys put it taller, so we bought the same stock shock, but then just moved up the mounting point to align with the lift, the front end lift. So it's kind of a pain in the neck to get those out. They're just 2 bolts down into the lower control arm. And then up here is too dark to see. But we reused the rubber mounting hardware there since it had a spacer that was bigger through this upper mounting point. And then so taking those out was kind of a pain. You got to hang onto the shock shaft while you take the nut off, and so that was a pain. But let's see if we've got a, oh yeah, here we go. Here's a better look. The stock mounting hardware has a bigger hole through that upper mounting point, so they use this bushing. And the bushings that came with this shock are only this diameter. And so this would bounce around. This diameter is smaller than the hole in that upper control arm. So you want this, so we ended up reusing it. Lower mounting, then the mounting point bracket, and this on top. And the new nut. And these are that part number made by Detroit Axle. That's it. Show you how it looks. Yeah, that's a little better light. We'll give you a look. I think these trucks look really good. The GMC version. And there is the little bit more of a lift up front than behind. Good looking. I like it. All right, here we go. We got our after shot for this 3/4 ton Sierra. Notice the front end is a little bit shorter than it was when we first finished her off. So why is that, Bear?
We pulled out we started with some 1.5 to 3 inch keys, which turned out to just be 3-inch keys. So that's what gave us more than what we were anticipating to start. So we pulled those back out and put the stock keys back in and cranked those up. And those ended up being, they still have some adjustability in there. Probably another 3/4 to an inch of adjustability up if we wanted to.
Where do you think it went up?
It went up from stock, it went up at least an inch.
Okay.
So that's kind of where it sits now. It still has a little bit of a rake toward the front.
Yep.
So we kind of wanted to keep the stock look, or stock-ish look, with just a little bit of level in the front. Ultimately for comfortability in driving, so didn't go with the full lift kit, which if I was going to, I like the look of the lifted front. So if I was gonna do it, it would be a full 3-inch kit with the extended upper control arms. And
that's what was making your ride pretty rough.
Yep.
Is lifting it too far and not having the reach with your control arms. Huh?
Yep, a little too much. So that's why we decided to go back down, and ride's awesome. So the thing that's still in there is we do have the extended shock extenders. So those are in there still. So
shock mount, yeah.
That gives us plenty of shock still to work with in this current setup, but rides just like stock, but looks way better. So as far as rubbing or things like that, we didn't cut anything other than just the front valance here. So we did the full NorCal mod that's all over online, which basically just cuts the center of the I-beam back here and then folds a piece of this metal back up in here. So it basically just clears out more of this area for clearance. And then the front, we just trimmed just this. This just came flush down straight. So we just cut out just probably an inch at the bottom, and then basically flush at the top. And then inside here, we just we pulled this plastic piece in, which we have a little bolt down there at the bottom. We can see right here, our fingers at. We kind of just used there's a metal frame on the front that we were able to latch onto and kind of just pull that plastic forward. So after driving it, after we lowered it back down a little bit, you can kind of see we have a little bit of rubbing here on this side, but we'll probably just push this forward. That way we don't have to cut any of the wheel well. That'll still give us all of our protection in our wheel well, but yeah, there's no major rubbing or cutting that we had to do, which that's the other perk. So,
and you're rolling on 20s and 33s now, 10-inch wide.
That's right.
Minus 25 offset.
Yep, we do 25.
So sticks them out a little bit from the side of the truck, but not too far. But here's roadside, what she looks like. I think it's a great version of this truck. Those wheels versus stock. Nice.